All right, how do we do this again?
Here we are. We're back.
Same monotone.
Same house, different table, different sides of the table.
Yes, because
new pimples.
Hormonal acne is really fun.
Yeah, lots of new grays.
Yeah, I do think those have grown since.
You know, I did this for you, by the way.
What?
It's
What'd
too
you do?
long for me. You like
it? Oh yeah, when you don't. I mean, it is a little scraggly here, but I'm talking about all the gray. I think you're grayer. If we go back and see, we've definitely gotten grayer.
Like my real tree camo.
Yeah. And I dried this in time for you?
I actually was asking you to dry because Viv wanted to match me earlier. That's why.
Aww. Well, it's been a while, and I know we lied. We lie a lot.
We're good at it.
Yeah. Well, we said we would do when we could, and this is when we could. If you knew the effort that went into a few other episodes that we have filmed and recorded, and either the mics, the audio wasn't working, it was like the world was like, stop. Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Take a break. Fight with each other. Get some good content while you're gone.
Mm-hmm. One episode. Shout out to our boy Sam King.
We'll never air. We had Sam King.
We'll run it back at some point, but
yeah, it didn't work out because audio and
life happens.
It was weird. But we'll get that to you. You guys are gonna love that one. But yeah, it's been a long time. We've needed this because it's. I think it's. Instead of us sitting on the couch and scrolling through TikTok and me sending you 100 videos while you're laying next to me.
Which is my favorite. But the most annoying part of it is because you'll... I wrote notes about this because... So you'll send me a video at any point in time, right? Mm-hmm. It could be you sent me a TikTok 2 days ago and I haven't looked at it, or 15 minutes ago. And then you go, did you see that video I sent you? And I'm like... and I don't say anything. I just wait to give like context clues, and I hear like a few things that you say, and I'll pick up on what you're talking about, and then I'll immediately go start to watch it, whether it's on Instagram or TikTok, because that's the other thing. Because like if I'm on Instagram and you're on TikTok, like I just sent it to you, I'm like, okay, I have to
which one?
Yeah, which platform?
You should know.
Yeah, exactly. And I really do figure it out very quickly.
You have two options.
So then I'm watching it, and I'm not understanding any reason why you send this to me. And then you start talking to me about the next video or the current video that you're watching. And I'm like, do you want me to watch the video that you sent me? Or do you want to talk about the video that you're currently watching?
Well, you just take too long. Live in the moment with me.
And then I'm like, I don't know why you sent me that. You're like, oh, I didn't. I just wanted you to watch the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, I watched.
And then I watched 3 minutes in. You're like, oh, you did not need to watch all that. Or in other instances, if I happen to like get bored 10, 15, 30 seconds in because of reasons like that, and you're like, you didn't watch till the end.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because I'll see something. I'll be like, this is how I parent him. I'm like, it'll be like what was the one I just recently sent to you? It was like, the dad was like, how you know, like Satan's like taking over your thought. Like it was like a very like how do you? Oh, he asked ChatGPT like,
oh yeah,
how would Satan try and ruin a marriage, right? And ChatGPT gave him all this long list, and it was so intricate. And I listened to the first 3. I'm like, this will be good for him. I didn't even finish the video. He needs to hear this.
And then what was my response?
I don't remember. My phone's dead. I can't check.
It was literally none of these things are me right now.
Well, the first 2, I'm like, he needs to hear this. But you know,
just listen to the headline and send.
I'm like,
which to me, not just
yelling parents.
Not speaking to you in general, but if you're sending videos to people without watching the full video, don't send it. It's rude.
Is there a TikTok etiquette we're missing out on?
I need to start this. If you cannot send a video if you do not watch the full video, and if you do for whatever reason, just know that it's for the other person and they will appreciate it, and that you personally don't need to watch it. You need to send context. You need to write a comment or a message.
Do you watch the whole video before you send it to me?
Yes, because I'm considerate.
I just feel like sometimes it's helpful. It said it was like for a man. So like, I was like, this will be helpful for a dude, not me.
So why don't you send me fucking like how to work a screwdriver or shit?
Because I don't want you learning all that stuff. I'm the fixer in the house. Oh, my lips are so chapped when I laugh. It hurts.
Why?
They might start bleeding. I don't know. My lips are really dry.
It's all that singing you've been doing.
Yeah.
You're on tour.
I know Mackin
You
put
had
me
a
on
big
a twofer.
performance at the South Point this month.
That's true. I did sing on stage again. That was a sold out crowd. That was cool.
Raise your hand if you've performed in a showroom in the Las Vegas Strip. That's for
It's
you.
one end of the Strip.
Whatever.
It's
Yes.
still
The South End.
It's not the Strip.
Technically,
but it's
it's
on
the Strip.
if you performed on Las Vegas Boulevard in a hotel on a stage.
Technically, you're checking
know.
those boxes.
I mean, and it was cool. It's very nerve wracking. And then in my head, I'm like, oh, this outfit.
To a sold out crowd, by the way. Sorry.
That's
to
what I
interrupt
said.
you. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You're not listening to me.
No.
I said twice.
No, you said that twice. Sorry.
It's okay. I know the feeling. It's
Yeah.
all right. I do too all the time.
It's been a minute.
Being on stage is way different than being in front of a camera because we're
Yes.
sitting here. You only see me from the waist up. Like I'm wearing sweats and slippers, but like on stage,
I could never in a million years.
people
do that.
are sitting and looking up at you like this because the stage is so much taller, and then they're videoing, and then I mean, God bless entertainers. I mean, like entertainers that don't have stylists and like millions of dollars to style them, and because I wore a dress where in the mirror it looked decent. It was black. It was pretty flattering. On stage, I had this like it looked like I was pregnant. My tights were too shiny. It was just, it's very, I'm seriously, God bless entertainers and I'm sure like people are just so critical when you're sitting there looking up. And of course that's where my mind goes, but I'm too nervous to care. That's something I need to get better at. And some lady in the crowd came up to me. She's like, she literally said, "You're definitely not an entertainer, but you're a pretty good singer." I was like, "Thanks for humbling me. I know."
I'd love to hear what that lady's comments are like on fucking TikTok.
Yeah, she probably has. She's probably. But
if you could, I
because
honestly
I'm
respect
nervous.
the fact that she said something to you in person. It wasn't just a keyboard warrior, but like, keep your fucking.
It
thoughts to
didn't.
yourself,
It didn't hurt my feelings. I actually laughed because I'm like, she's right. I didn't know what to. I don't know what to do with. Like, I could sit there and tell. Like, I could have told my aunt when she was singing, like, do this with your hands and do that, and do this dance here or there, whatever. But when you're up there and like there's a bunch of people just staring at you, and you're like trying to.
Yeah, you're trying to perform. You're trying to remember
smile,
the lyrics. You're trying to hit the right
suck
notes.
in.
You're trying to like look cute, do the dance, not do the dance.
Yeah,
What am I doing
what do I
with my
do?
hands?
What do I look? Yeah, it
Yeah.
takes.
Can you even? I'm not a good public speaker. Like, can you even see?
No, what's really cool, what's actually makes it less nerve wracking is you can only see like the first like 5 rows of people or 6.
Right.
And then the lights are so bright that you really, unless you like squint and put your hand up, you can't
Yeah.
really see. So it makes it less scary. And whenever I get nervous, I just look at the light and like, I just like
You're
think of
guiding
God.
light.
Yeah. I think of God and I'm like, okay, this is where you
That
wanted
makes
me
it
to be.
easier. That's good.
Yeah, I'm like, this is where you put me. I'm doing it. We're here. But it's fun. I love the adrenaline rush. I say that, but I really do. It's fun. And
God
who knew?
bless you.
Who knew I'd be singing on stage?
Mm-hmm.
One of my goals, like I remember, I'll never forget this. When American Idol was like huge.
Shout out to Michaela Gordon.
Yes. One of my like on one of the thousands of notepads I had as a child, I wrote like audition for American Idol.
Really? I never knew this about
I
you.
know. I don't want to. I would never do it now, but it was a dream of mine to sing because my cousins could sing so well. My sister couldn't, but everybody, she sings well now. But when we were little, me and her were not singers. I was a dancer. I was an entertainer. But when you put singing and dancing together on stage in front of a crowd, it's very fucking nerve wracking, especially when people don't give you moves to do.
Yeah.
But whatever. It was cool. Enough about that.
You need Napoleon and Tabitha to come and choreograph your moves.
She was a producer for the Grammys.
Really?
Yeah.
UNLV alumni.
Do love them though. But yeah, that was fun.
What wasn't fun is how our children were sick the entire month of January, essentially, on and off.
We all know how I feel about sickness. I really think I need to get help. Even the girl, Carolina, who's helping me with my health, was like, girl, you need to get this under control. Your anxiety is next level. And I don't know what to do. When they are sick, it's like something in my body. I've learned to like cope with it by like, praying, talking to God, all of my listening to worship music because
You'll
really
take a
does
hot bath because like the
water.
physicality, your water maybe.
being
yeah.
in some lady told me, I think she was like a nail lady and I never get my nails done. She was like, she knew a lot about me and just from talking to me. She's like one of those people who are super intuitive. And she's like, you're a Pisces. You should, when you get dysregulated, you should get in water.
I feel like all nail ladies know that type of shit.
I feel like they're, or they're talking shit about you behind your back.
That too.
But she told me that, and I'm like, you're right. Every time, that's why I take baths sometimes, and I don't like sit in my filth. Don't worry, Charlie, my niece, who thinks it's disgusting, and my cousins think it's gross too. Whatever. My Diana, Maria, they all think it's gross. But sometimes you just need to like be in water, and we don't have a pool, so I got in water, listen to music, but I physically can't eat. I get nervous. It's a whole thing. It's probably trauma. We haven't been to therapy, guys, either in what, 6 months?
Longer.
It's crazy. We were doing well until today.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yesterday. Are we?
Yes, we are fine. Chill.
That's what you need to do more of.
Just a little road, but a couple little bumps in the road, dear. It's been a stressful month and a half.
Yeah, so they were sick, and Viv, we figured out the reason Viv is always so sick is her vitamin D levels are so low. And when your vitamin D levels are that low, you're more susceptible to have a low immune system.
Everybody's got or is getting blood work done. I got a bunch of shit done.
Yeah.
Bunch of shit's wrong with me.
It's crazy. It's amazing, though. Shout out to Carolina. Primal Metabolism Wellness and... Wait, I don't know. Sorry.
Close.
What is it?
I think Primal Wellness and...
Primal Wellness. We'll go with that. I don't know the whole name because I know her. But she did blood work on Viv. She's very homeopathic approach, but also will use pharmaceuticals when she needs to. I just really love her and appreciate her. But she did Viv's blood work, and we found out that she has a lot of allergies to foods that weren't showing up, like physical allergies where you're like, can't breathe. No, where it's like...
asphyxiating?
No, it's all those words, but like it's not like hives and restricted airways and things like that. It's more internal inflammation. So we have a whole bunch of stuff we're going to be doing with her. Your blood work was nuts.
I saw just a bunch of red and just stopped reading.
Yeah.
It's like when you're in like school and you realize that you did bad on the test and there's just a ton of red. I'm like, I fucked this one up.
I got to redo it.
Are you great?
Can I retest?
I don't know what to do for you.
So yeah, we're doing. So Viv is always the one that brings sickness home. Usually.
Oh, always.
I know. Well, I don't like to put that on her.
Her immune system.
But she's going to be better now. So Vivian had strep and the flu, or just strep. Leo got strep, and then it turned into the flu, which everyone's talking about this right now, how bad it is. But Leo, it didn't last extremely long. Like a lot of people are saying it has for some of their children, but he tested positive for strep, and then he woke up 2 days later and couldn't walk. And we were like, what is going on here? Like, why are you not able to walk?
Like literally could not walk, like could not stand.
In so much pain, like dragging his legs. It was horrifying. It was so scary to like, what is going on? And I'm thinking maybe it's growing pains. Maybe it's because he played hockey. Well, I guess we got into a really amazing doctor, and apparently some children between the ages of 6 and 8,
mostly boys between 6 and 8,
yeah, get this like
really weird flu symptom that after when they're on the tail end of the flu, they get
calves.
Yeah, but what's it called? Robid?
No, that's the one
thing.
something myo.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
That's what he didn't have. But yeah,
No, he had the myostasis, whatever. Somebody knows. You physicians know.
Yeah.
He had that, so it was like muscle cramping. But if it didn't get better within 24 hours, they're like, you need to go to the hospital and get him on an IV. If his urine turns dark, if he's not improving, if because it comes from severe dehydration, which you were amazing with that.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like, whatever. It happened and it was real, but he was pretty well hydrated given that he was sick.
Because I think he had the symptom from the flu, not because he had the Robato or whatever it's called.
Whatever.
But shout out to all the nurses that reached out and scared the shit out of me, but made me realize that I needed to like keep an eye on him. But the very next day he started walking, so it was great. And, I was a nervous wreck because I just can't deal. I don't know why. I I know kids get sick, and I know a lot of them get over it and are fine. I just have an issue with it. And if anyone knows like a trauma or PTSD therapist, I would really love some help because I cannot get my shit together when they're sick.
Yeah.
I need to I don't know, fucking something.
Yeah, and I mean it's also fucking hard these days. Like I feel like like as parents these days we're really like trying to get to the core of like the problem with our kids, right? I feel like our parents, or maybe I don't want to like just our parents, but our generation's parents were just like, oh, he's sick, give him some ginger ale and fucking pastina and put him to bed for a day or
Yeah.
two. Like, we're like, what is this? Why does he have it? What's wrong with his blood work? Is he allergic to this? Where did he get it from?
We're proactive as opposed to reactive.
And maybe we're doing too much here, but like, plus, I feel like doctors and nurses, not all of you, but a lot of you kind of suck these days, to be quite honest.
No, not nurses.
So, there's a lot of shitty nurses out there.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of you're being very aggressive.
White, go fuck themselves, but
what?
It's fine. Nothing.
What'd you say?
I whispered it so they didn't hear it.
I did not hear what you said.
I said some of them can go fuck themselves.
Okay, but yes, like the one that was stabbed Leo 9 times with the needle and he was bleeding out all over the place. Okay, but no, we're here to talk about the good ones.
Yes.
But
the moral of the story is we had a really great doctor and it's this, and that. But the 3 people before that had no fucking clue what was going on.
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, they suck.
But no, I mean, healthcare is just, I do think though, I'm going to say this publicly so it's stated if something's wrong with me, we are going out of state for.
Serious for sure, yes.
Yes.
But I mean, maybe we're speaking of like this microcosm of like Nevada doctors, and maybe like we have some good doctors for certain things.
You're saying too many words.
And some for others, we're just like, we see whoever the best available or the first available is. And we have a ton of kids and we're at the doctor a lot. And like, sometimes we know who the good guy is or the good girl is. And sometimes they just fucking suck.
Yeah. Well, my sister wants to build a compound and she doesn't need a doctor though, because she'll have all of her elixirs.
If you drink raw milk, you don't need doctors.
Yeah. Raw milk. She's full on into getting a compound, having cows, chickens, sheep, and I'm like, okay, let me know when you do it.
I'm all for, by the way.
I mean, I think that's where
if anyone wants to invite me and is going to manage all of anything that involves hay or hammers, I will do anything that I possibly can do to contribute.
Yeah, and I will probably be doing all the dirty work because I know how to handle the land.
I'll be fucking unloading dishes.
Yeah. No, but she's serious about that. I mean, she's not. I think a lot of people are turning towards that. But it seems like it's just such an undertaking to like.
Oh, it is.
Literally just start from like, I'm going to get like, how do you even get a cow? How do you buy a cow?
I mean, like a living one?
Yeah, to like milk and use
let's start off with buying a dead one. We can have a bunch of beef that we can split with 4 families.
Okay, that.
And then maybe we'll get a real one.
No, but I'm saying like if you want to start, what do you start with? Like, I bet ChatGPT could tell us how to start a farm.
Absolutely.
It's so sore. But yeah, that's the route she's going, and I don't know. I think our children would kill us. I mentioned homeschooling to Dominic, and he's like, "Don't do that to me."
Yeah, he's in the wrong stage of life to mention that. He's loving middle school, kids, friends, girls. He's just like loving it.
Yeah, and Viv's having a great 5th grade year. She really is.
Yeah,
she's kind of like. I feel so bad because a few of the little girls that she's friends with who are homeschooled, they act a lot like I did when I was little. Like they still carry babies. They play. Viv's like getting Sephora and like literally this bitch. Wait till you hear. I'm not gonna call her bitch. This girl learned because I told her I wanted to try the Dior foundation, but I'm not paying for it a whole bottle if I'm not going to use it. So I told her about the samples that you could get. And you should have seen her eyes light up. She was like, you can get a sample?
You like unlocked a new level for her.
So,
like, we can go get samples now?
Yeah. I'm like, anything that you can like pump or scoop into a container, you can get a sample to try at home so that if you like it, you can buy it. Well, I told her that. The next day, she's at Sephora with my mom. And I look in her makeup bag. I'm like, Viv, you took my Dior foundation. She goes, oh, no, I got my own and it's Gucci. I was like, Vivian?
Oh, my God.
I didn't even know Gucci made foundation. She doesn't even need foundation. But it makes me so sad because I feel like we robbed that from our daughter.
Yeah, these are all very mature concepts.
Oh, my God. I wish I had chapstick.
Need some Aquaphor?
No, but let me see your phone because I don't know where we're going. We have so much going on.
We're going in the right direction. That's all that matters.
We have so much going on.
I mean, so much that like We haven't talked about Christmas,
No.
New Year's Eve.
What
We
about
had
all those things?
Just
Who
so
cares?
many things. Like New Year's Eve, we ended up doing here at the house with your family and your brother and sister, or sister-in-law, and we had the kids playing outside, and we did a 9 Year's Eve, and there was this whole deal because I have a big problem with the dynamic of our children's ages, right? Dom's 10, 12, Viv's 10, twins are 6. Frankie and Charlie here, they're roughly Dom and Viv's age. And when they're all playing in our backyard, it's not fucking huge, and they're playing kickball. We all know what happens when you kick a ball. It goes far. Our backyard's roughly 45 feet long, right? Okay?
Sounds right.
You can only do so many things. Mm-hmm. And then it's getting super fucking loud, and they get competitive, and you have kids who are half your age and size and skill set playing with someone who's way bigger than you. And we've had this conversation many times before.
I feel like this is the biggest struggle of your life with our children.
By far. Because we have 4 kids that for whatever reason feel like they always need to play together, which is a huge blessing, but it's also a curse because they don't play like the same thing kind of simultaneously. They don't go play basketball and all shoot around and mess around and joke and laugh. Yeah. They play 2-on-2 only. And it's always a fight of who's going to be with Dom or who doesn't have to play with Leo when he's upset. Or if and then Viv's also a little bit of a cheater, and she like tries to swing things.
She's always cheating.
Yeah.
And she admits it.
And
she
Dean,
admits it, though.
Even though he's the smallest, he's pretty fucking like dirty and aggressive, and like he'll throw elbows. And Dom can't play that way with 6-year-old Dean. So how do you let Dom still have fun?
I'm just tired of listening
such a mind fuck.
The fact that you care this much, it shows what a great parent you are, though. I will say that.
I need to care
we were going
less.
to the park today, and he literally asked, again, using AI for help, how can I get my 12-year-old, 10-year-old, and 6-year-olds to play a game that's not super competitive, and he even described, like, my oldest is very competitive. The second is a cheater. the
10-year-old girls, 6-year-old boys.
Yeah.
They like to play. We're bringing, I'm very good with my prompts, obviously. We're bringing a basketball, a football, and a soccer ball. They like playing kickball. They like playing basketball. I don't want them to play against each other. Give me these types of things. And the responses were great because with AI, the better you give, the better you get. So
it gave a bunch of options.
Yes.
And I'm reading them in the car, and after each suggestion, the kids are going, no,
boring,
no, boring. What? So we get there, and he's playing with them, and it was a nightmare. But also, Leo was in a bad mood. But it is hard because
you can't please everyone. That's what it comes down to.
I also told you, and some people may not agree with this, but God knew what he was doing when he gave us a 12-year-old, a 10-year-old, and 6-year-old twins. Because Dominic, even though Dominic is super competitive and what is the word you use when he gets he follows people, he plays by
aggressive?
No, just he very much plays by the rules and calls, when you play with a 6-year-old, you need to be more lenient and give them a few shots. He just is very by the book. And when you have Vivian, who is, cheating, wait, where was I going with this?
Dom.
There is a reason he is teaching, being aggressive and like this with the boys, because he was meant to be. And the boys are going to probably be amazing athletes because of it. And Vivian's going to be super fucking tough because of it, because she has 3 brothers that fuck with her all day long, and she has thick ass skin so she can handle it.
Yeah.
But when you constantly are coming in and trying to control the scenario, you're fucking with their ability to figure it out themselves. That's what I think. I think you are getting overly involved to the point where it's so upsetting for you. And it is upsetting to watch and remove yourself. I'll sit on the couch and just watch them outside, and unless somebody fucking throws a punch or is completely ridiculous, I just let them go at it. But you don't like the screaming and the yelling and the fighting and the hurting, because once it escalates, they're going to fight. But it's let them fucking figure it out, because it's the only way they're going to figure it out.
Because ultimately what happens is you only let that go on for so long until someone gets really hurt or really upset, and then it's ruined for fucking everyone.
And then that's the result.
In a really fucked up way, I'm trying to extend the amount of time that everyone is happy.
Yeah, but at the expense of your happiness.
Right.
So it's not helping. You just gotta try less.
The one of the TikTok videos that you sent me that you probably didn't watch all the way was a mom who said she has a 10-minute rule. She's I let them go for 10 minutes, and if after 10 minutes they're not getting along, then I step in and I separate and remove everyone.
Yeah, 10 minutes feels like an eternity though.
It's a long
If they're
fucking
fighting.
time.
But it's probably the hardest thing for him right now. And the constant reminders are, Dom, don't play so hard. Viv, don't cheat. Dean and Leo stop punching and screaming every time. Dean hates losing. So it is the demise of him. And they're playing with a 12-year-old. So they think that they're 12. They talk like a 12-year-old, which is kind of really messed up. Like
Oh, yeah.
they use words like Dom uses, which I don't know. I think that's not serving them very much.
No, of course not.
It's not. They're not being little boys, just like Viv's not being a little girl with dolls walking around. She's like,
Yeah.
and it's not the phone. It's just the environment of our home.
Yeah.
They'll be fine. we'll just send them to therapy. With the amount of fucking time we spend talking about them is nuts.
Oh my God, I want to throw up with how much we talk to our kids.
Talk to them and about them.
To them, about them, with them.
If they
One
only
kid to
fucking
another,
knew.
describing why he does this to another kid. All we do is fucking talk.
Yeah. And that's another rule you gave yourself. You said, okay, if you can't get it out, and you have a 2-minute rule.
Oh, yeah.
2 minutes. If you
That's
can't,
me speaking to Dom mostly.
if you can't get it out in 2 minutes, after that, they don't listen anymore.
I'm good at doing most things in under 2 minutes, so I got to work on it.
Yeah, that was another thing.
Oh, God. There we go.
I was getting shamed.
It was a little bit of a dry spell, and I tried handling it another way because normally I'm always like, hey, loving, joking,
Grabbing.
sexual innuendos.
Well, I wouldn't roll my eyes to that. I love when you do that. I'm rolling my eyes.
I don't even know how many times a day I'm typically doing it. It's dozens.
We know.
Right?
We've talked about this.
Yes. And then there was a sick period, which I do not expect. Let the records show that I do not expect
Me
anything
sick or
during
them sick?
Them. But were you sick during that time?
I don't know.
I
In the
think
head.
you were just fucked up in the head, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
I said it, not you.
Yeah.
You just agreed.
And I 100% do not expect it, but that lasted 10, 14 days between the beginning and end. And then at the end of it, there was like another 10 or 2 weeks, whatever it was. Or it was from beginning to end, it was probably 3.5 weeks.
I should start writing it down so that I know when, so you can't like just throw numbers out at me.
Trust me,
It's been a year.
I'll start making the note right after your period
thanks.
note. And at the going into week 3 or after week 3, I stopped like making so many like sexual innuendos. I tried to find like this line, and it wasn't just random. Like there was thoughts, there was prayers, there was me trying to not force things upon you. There was me trying to be selfish and selfless at the same time.
Yeah.
Like if I want what I want, there may be a more selfless, a roundabout way to going about getting it by not pushing you to get it. These are real thoughts that I had. It wasn't just like.
And do you know what mine are? You need to have sex with your husband.
I didn't
Stop being
just
a pain in
shut
the ass.
down and like ignore you.
No,
I tried to like find the balance of like being cute and nice, but not grabbing and stuff.
Okay, great. But I was and I told you this. I was shaming myself more than you could shame me because I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this. But I just recently, I don't know what's going on. I just don't like. It's not like, oh, let's do it.
What's this mean?
No. This is just a penis.
Not that big.
It's a penis. I'm just like, I don't have the desire to do it. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me and my emotional state and all the bullshit that I'm dealing with. But there might be something wrong, but I'm waiting till like, maybe it's my uterus or my hormones that are fucked up. Who knows? But I got all these roots of trees and branches and fucking flowers to take. It's not working. They don't work. Yeah. The maca root, fucking ashwanga, I have all these roots to try and stimulate the ladies' parts, but I'm just like, I don't. And of course, like, and he's the kind of person that's not like I'm not like, okay, let's go do it real quick. He wants me to do it. Wants me to be in on it too, happy about it, which is very kind of you, even though you told me you would gladly accept a BJ while I was sick, which appalled me. But that's a different conversation. I think he's still awake, so I have to be careful what I'm saying, Dominic. I hope he's not listening. Although his friends know we have a podcast, and if they start listening, we are fucked.
You're on the MILF list at school.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm just a younger mom. His friends made fun of that. That's the only thing. But it is hard because as much as you're thinking about it and wanting to do it, I'm shaming myself and I'm like, but I just fucking am so tired. I just literally fall asleep. To the point where he's sitting there is like, I was like, okay, we're going to do it tonight. Tonight's the night we're going to do it. Okay. I put the boys to bed. I come down at like 9:12. I called it 9:30, but it was like 9:12, 9:15. Mr. knows what time it is. And then I sat on the couch. We did our TikTok where we either watch a show or we scroll through TikTok, which is so unhealthy. I think that's a problem too.
Horrible.
There's no connection. But you're bad too. You doom scroll all the time.
First of all,
at night.
No.
At night.
Do I need to educate you on what the word doom scroll means?
Maybe.
Yes.
Isn't it just when you just keep going?
No.
For like an hour?
No, that's not doom scrolling. Doom scrolling, I'm going to mansplain here, is when you're
mansplaining
you're looking,
is a man explaining.
Yes. Thank you. You're not helping the culture here.
Oh, my mouth hurts so bad.
Doom scrolling is when you're feeding into the negative like videos, like the world's gonna end. Did you see that about COVID? Did you see that about Trump? Did you see that about fucking Biden?
I thought that was like going down rabbit holes.
That's different, but doom scrolling is like where you only feed into the negativity and you're just scrolling and getting negative and more negative.
Oh no,
thoughts.
that's not. No. I thought it was just you.
Meanwhile,
just keep
for the last 2 months,
scrolling.
all you do is doom scroll.
You just scroll but anyways, that's probably why too, because we haven't been looking at each other or doing this.
Far less connected. For sure.
See, I like you a lot more now than I did when we started this.
Yeah.
Because we're talking.
Yes. So
and
going back to your
at
point, we were doom scrolling for 90 minutes on different ends of the couch. Oh yeah,
that's right. That story.
And then at the end of the 90-minute period, as I'm like fighting.
It's 10:30.
Fighting to stay awake.
10:30.
It was a long day, and normally.
Also, we have to wait for the kids to go to sleep. But go ahead.
Fair.
Go ahead.
Fair. And you were waiting for the kids to fall asleep, and I was waiting for me to stay awake. Oh. And at the end of it, I'm like fucking nodding off, and you're like, "So do you want to go upstairs now?" Kind of casually, not like excitedly, if I'm being fair.
I'm so excited to do this.
It was definitely going to be a situation where you were only doing it because you committed to earlier, not because you were excited.
I can confirm nor deny that.
Yes. So that's a confirmation.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Yes, you confirmed it.
No, I wanted to though.
You wanted to because you set your sights on it.
And I said
committed to it.
Yeah.
Not because you physically
I could have. I
could have.
I did.
Yeah, there you go.
I did.
I was gonna. I didn't. Thank you. Thank God we're not in a fucking courtroom.
I would need a good lawyer.
Your Honor.
I wouldn't even. My lawyer would never even let me speak.
No, you and the Menendez brothers are fucking done.
Yeah.
So long story short, we go upstairs and we're brushing teeth because we're like.
And I'm laughing at him. Because he's so excited. No, I'm looking at him. I was excited. I thought you were excited. I'm laughing and I'm smiling.
No, it was like a nervous, like I guess we're gonna do this.
No, I was laughing at you because I'm like he's finally gonna do it. He's so excited. Look how excited he is brushing his teeth. And then you come at me with this bullshit.
And some emo shit of like, do you really want to? Like, we've been sitting here for 90 minutes and you wait till now to tell me. I'm like, I'm falling asleep. You didn't look at me for the last hour.
I mean, you were feeling deprived and I hear and feel and see that.
Yes.
And I was just honest with you. I was like, buddy, no, I just needed to wait for the kids to go to bed. I was relaxing for a minute. Like, we can't just we have to wait till everybody's asleep because we have grown children now that can walk into our room and we will traumatize them. We totally will. I don't care about you fucking parents who think that talking and them seeing you have sex is like normal and it should be a normal thing.
Who says that?
Some people.
Oh,
I'm
God.
Not those people. I will keep that.
They say that it's normal for their kids to see them and then talk about it?
No, not normal to see them, but like normal to have a conversation around the fact that this is what adults do.
That's more
and if
acceptable.
they hear or know that it's happening, it's not a bad thing. But no, but it is.
I need to hear that conversation.
But it is. It's in messes with you. I know because I can still remember the sight when I walked in, and I cannot unsee that at Treasure Island when we were visiting.
Island?
Yeah, we were visiting. We had adjoined rooms, and I had a stomachache.
Were they dressed like a pirate and a siren?
No. I will not even get there. But it was traumatizing, and I don't think anyone really wants to know that that's going on. But I am very particular, and even while we're together, I'm like, did you hear that? What was that? Is somebody up? I hear footprints. Like I am paranoid because of my experience with it. So yeah, I wait till they're dead asleep, and then I can relax.
I get it.
You didn't that night though, and then I didn't have to do it, so we ended up talking and going to bed. But then we did the next day.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It's great. Happy for everybody. I'm happy you're happy. When was that? 3 days ago? When do I need to do it again now? Should I write it down?
You're coming up.
When are you going to start holding it against me again?
Pretty quickly. I'll let you know when I don't grab your ass in the morning.
Oh. That did break my heart when you stopped doing that.
But I didn't stop doing it altogether. I just tried to pull back on the innuendos.
You were punishing me.
No. Not at all. I was not punishing. I was trying not to pressure.
Well, I love you.
I love you too.
I do.
I know you do. I'm just saying. Chill.
It's not as easy for me as it is for you. Just like boob.
Sign me up.
Oh, that was the other thing. We went to this party.
Oh. Went to a Diddy party.
No.
No.
Our friends, the Galindos, Josh Galindo turned 40, and they invited us to his party, and it was, you had to wear all white, so yes, Diddy. There was valet, there was snakes, there was
15-foot martini glass with girl pouring champagne.
There was bars, there was a tattoo artist, there was a video photo booth. It wasn't even just like a photo booth, it was like a video photo booth. Beautiful people literally everywhere because everybody that they know is stunning. Mm-hmm. There was sushi, and then there were he wanted naked sushi girls, and it was so funny because I felt like I just felt rude looking at them, but you can't not look because it's like they're there. She's laying naked on his Lamborghini with sushi all over her, but nothing covered.
Very casual. Very casual.
Just like literally like that's it. No eye contact with anybody. Mm-hmm. I don't even know how you. I don't know.
Yeah, what is she looking at for 4 hours?
I felt bad for her. Like I was like, why are you doing? But I mean, it was part of the aesthetic of the party. They were paid. They chose to be there. Hey, make your money. Mm-hmm. But I was like, Mackin ate a lot of sushi that night. No, I'm just kidding. He did not. But I was laughing because he's like, Danielle, I literally have not seen a live pair of boobs in front of me.
Any boobs.
Except yours. So it was so awkward.
It was not uncomfortable. I was slightly uncomfortable, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
For me, because
I don't know. And there was 2 of them. I could only get close enough to one because I was like, I'm not gonna.
I didn't even realize there was a second one until like 3 hours into the party. I'm like, there's 4 tits out here.
I know. It was, and then at that point we still had not had like sex in a while, and I was like, oh, I'm fucked now because now he's looking at other naked women, and I'm not good enough. I could never lay naked on a car. I couldn't. Never. I couldn't. Nope. All those people looking at me, judging me. And then they had a roast, and Mark Chinook was there doing the roast. My dad sang. He opened the roast and did New York. It was a great party. They did a great job. Oh, yeah. It was so fun. The music, the DJ was amazing. He played all 90s R&B and rap. Yeah, a millennial rap. Mm-hmm. That category. Mm-hmm. But we had such a good time. But Mackin got to see another pair of boobs real life.
It's been a minute.
Mine are a lot different than those. They don't stay up when I lay down.
Way better.
You're just saying that.
You think I'm lying?
I don't know. Ours were pretty nice and large.
I couldn't even describe
and her nipples were
They were bigger than average. That's all I could tell you.
Yeah.
Were they fake? Were they real? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. If they were real.
I didn't get close enough. I was like the guy with the laser pen in the back, like poking them.
Oh, but it was fun. We had so much fun. We drank, we got dressed up, we did a video together. It was nice.
That was awkward.
And then our kids, 11:45, our kids, this is another thing. I don't know if anybody else's children do this, that are older. When we're out, they're like, when are you coming home? The boys are being, literally at 11:45, they're like, Mom, you need to come home. Leo's still awake and it's almost midnight. He's not listening to Dana. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we never get out. And when we do, this is the bullshit. And then Dom's texting us, Mom, when are you going to be home? The boys are being so bad. Viv, Mommy, please come home. And when they're texting you saying that, you're like, oh, they must be really bad because.
Yeah.
And then we had the boys write an apology letter to Dana, my cousin, who was babysitting. And it was just so annoying because we probably could have stayed a lot longer, but we left because of the chaos. And I felt bad for my cousin, like having to deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I literally looked at them and I was like, listen to me. If we cannot go out and enjoy ourselves, we are hiring the meanest babysitter we can find. We're going to find an old lady who's really nasty and you're not going to have fun.
Makes you go to bed by yourself at 7 o'clock.
No music, no shows,
no fruit,
no fucking
no yogurt.
I literally built them a fucking bed on the floor and got them special snacks so that while we're out having a good time, they could have a good time. And they fucked it up, and they fuck it up every time because they're bad. But Dana was like, they really weren't that bad. But it's just like, stop. And I told Dom, like, we never go out. He's like, yes, you do. You go out like 2 times a month. I'm like, yeah, that's not a lot.
Not a lot. That's a fucking lie.
We did. We went out 2 times last month. We went out to dinner for your birthday for 2 hours.
Okay, so we went out back-to-back weeks for the first time in 8 weeks. So call that what it is. Like, it's not average, but whatever.
But still, it was a lot to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do you know why we're still married? Because we get to do things like that. Because we get to spend time together. Because we love each other. And when we don't want to go out together, then you should worry. And I probably traumatized him. Leo was sobbing like, worked. Don't get a mean babysitter, please. Don't get a mean. I'm like, I will. I'll find someone. Mm-hmm. Get the fucking... And don't tell mom the babysitter's that lady. Yeah. That's what I was picturing when I was describing him. Like an old lady.
Yeah, I just picture like a witchy old lady.
Yeah. Not Mrs. Doubtfire. Like they...
What's the name? Juvenile?
No, you can't. You can't do
What's
that.
What's the name, though?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm not French.
I don't think she's French either.
I'm not going to butcher the name.
Eugenia, maybe.
No.
Eugenia Doubtfire.
Okay, you're done. Moving on.
We gotta look this up.
It's Euviginire.
Nope. A what?
See?
Euviginire?
Yeah, come on, just say it. You know it.
What is Mrs. Doubtfire's first name?
Euviginire.
Euphigenia. Euphegenia. That's the first time anyone's ever said that
just
out loud.
Make Siri speak it. Can you?
I turned Siri off. I don't like Siri.
Well, anyways, I'm sure that was very entertaining for everybody listening.
Euphigenia.
What's next? What do we have? What else do we have?
Talk about our kids?
No, wait. There was... Oh, okay. I have to talk about this. Do you get nervous when you park the car? Ever?
No, because I'm an elite parker.
That's not a thing. And you're not. You hit a fucking pole when we were pulling into school once in a parking lot.
No.
The front of our car has a yellow mark on it because you fucking pulled too far forward.
Not true at all. I am an elite parallel parker.
Parallel, yes. Okay, parallel. I'm just talking about parking in general.
Parking in general, 97%.
Okay, no. I have so much anxiety when I'm parking. And if I'm at downtown Summerlin where people can actually watch me park, I literally cannot do it. I can't do it. And I every time I'm doing it, I'm over explaining to my children, like, I failed this on my driver's test, guys. It's going to take me a minute to get in this spot. I just need to run into Sephora. So this is the closest spot and you're all with me. So I have to park here literally 7 times. I'm like, and I'm trying to figure it out. And Viv's like, Mom, please just go to a different spot. This is so embarrassing. People are watching me. Yesterday at school, when I dropped them off, there was it was cold and I looked like garbage. So I'm like, you guys can hop out, cross across the crosswalk and I'll watch you. I'll park in this spot. So I go in this spot and I'm half on the curb when I pull in and there's a lady in her car next to me and I'm like, she's judging me. I'm not going to readjust this fucking tank that we drive. So I try and readjust it. It ended up being even worse. Now both wheels are on the car. I pull out and as I'm pulling out, the entire front of the end of our car is being scraped by a bush. Like,
not me. Never.
I have parking anxiety. I can't do it. And every time I do it, I'm like, oh my God. I have to like talk myself through it.
Were you parallel parking or was it just a weird spot?
It was a weird spot, but parallel parking is the bane of my existence.
The key, folks, is to pull up so that your steering wheel is even with the car next to you.
I remember that.
And then you reverse all
when
the way.
When do you reverse?
What?
Oh, you reverse, and then when do you turn the wheel? When your front mirror is in line with their back tires. That's when you.
So for me, it's less about where the tires are and more about the speed in which you're doing it at.
I don't know that. What? No, that's a whole. I can't even think about that.
I do it real quick.
Okay, no, I go front mirror with
Because
front
if you're
mirror.
going faster and you move quickly, it's easier. But you have to have the confidence and if you know what I'm saying, to be able to do it.
Oh, okay. Okay, sir. Back into the night in the 1800s.
You know how to work a screwdriver. I know how to parallel park.
So line it up. I back up. The problem comes in is like I think that I start to turn the wheel as I'm pulling in, like I'm going to do it, but I have to remember to stop, turn the wheel.
No,
which way?
You got to fully commit at a high speed, considering the area, and then you just quickly brake.
I bet there's a whole group.
Swear to God, the same day that you had the same anxiety, I was parallel parking at downtown Summerlin in a very tight spot with our big ass Suburban, and Tom goes, "Wow, that was good."
Yeah, because he's seen me do it 9 times and is like, "Mom, please,
and I barely
what are you doing?"
I did the one move, and then I barely had to do a second move. It was basically just to turn the tires.
I'm like, "Sorry, guys, I'll get it. Watch. Oh, almost there. Oh.
Meanwhile, you're causing traffic all the way
I
back
know.
to the farmer's
That's the
market.
other thing. People watching the traffic waiting. It's just like, it's so much. It's so much. I get so embarrassed so easily too because I'm like, yep. And then I get out of the car like, yep, that was me. Yep, I failed it on my park. I over-explained to the people looking at me. It's the worst when men watch me too because you could just see them going, oh, here we go. These women drivers. These ladies.
They got another one of them
These
driving.
ladies don't know how to drive. We always get one of those somewhere. Oh, okay. I need to take a deep breath because I'm getting nervous just talking about that.
No parking tonight. You're fine.
No, you double booked me. I had my dad's live and then this. And now I have to cook, so I'm triple booked. I'm a fucking chef
lady
tonight.
Yeah.
Checked off all your boxes, though.
Make me a balloon clown.
I'll slap you. I'll slap you. What else? There's so much that happened.
So much.
What else do we need to talk about? We talked about your expectations of me. We could say that for another day.
Yeah. It's too fresh.
Mackin it was just
you
today.
Haven't processed it quite fully.
Yeah, no, I'm still kind of bitter. I was even dealing with it this evening. I'm like, you're just so fucking annoying with your lists. And
we'll give you a break.
The way your brain works normally, and apparently mine's fucked up, so who knows?
We'll let you...
you would be so much happy if you...
PTO.
Yeah. But I get shamed when I get it.
You already used it up this week.
Oh. I did. I had coffee with a friend, and then the same day I had lunch with a friend, Elizabeth, and I have probably not sat down with her in over a year. And you know what? That was the first time I sat down and I wasn't looking at my phone. I was looking at my phone because I thought Dean was going to need to be picked up from school because of his cough. But I sat there. We got there at 11:40. And we left at like 2. It was so nice to just sit and talk and catch up. And I wasn't worried about you being bogged down with the kids or if anyone needed something to be picked up or brought somewhere. It was just so nice to be. And I had a great fucking day. You probably would have had sex with me if you weren't such a dick. You probably would have, because I was in a great mood. I had my time away. A friend,
it was too cold. You wouldn't have had sex.
A friend I know literally took a trip to New York City over the weekend. Like, I could never do that because of the guilt I would feel and the weight I would carry. I need to get a job so they make me fucking leave. That's what I'm going to do. Get a job where I have to travel. Sorry, off to Boca Raton this week.
I'm in Boca. Sorry.
Handle the kids. PTO. I don't even know what that stands for.
Paid time off.
Okay, thank you. I don't even know. I don't get any. I don't even get paid.
All of your PTO is unpaid.
Are you going to rank the kids?
Yes.
Let's do it. And anything we forgot, we'll just do in an audio version another time if our fucking adapter
our mics
works.
and cords work.
So our child of the what?
The quarter rankings.
We haven't even been doing.
Because we've done a few podcasts, like we did the one with Amy and Jeff. I think that was technically our last one, if I'm being honest, right?
Yeah, it was a good one too.
Yeah, hilarious. If you didn't listen to that one, go listen to it.
It's so funny.
Before that, we did one, which was probably in fucking November, and this is February 15th, so yeah, 3 months ago.
Yeah. What? Really? No.
Yeah. I think we did Jeff and Amy like the first week of
Well,
December.
because I was supposed to have my hysterectomy anyways. Yeah. We weren't planning anything or booking our studio or anything.
Whatever you got to tell yourself.
So our quarter Q1.
Yep.
Or are we in Q2 yet? What
Not
Q
yet.
is this?
What Q is this? It's still in the queue.
Q1. Child of the...
No, Q like Queue. Like in the queue, like in the waiting room?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Not Q quarter.
Okay, but we're talking about There's a rank of a child's.
Yes.
Here's the rank of the children.
While we haven't been here, Leo has still been horrible. He's still number 4. I think he's been number 4 for the last 6 months probably.
Really?
Oh, Leo's had a tough run.
Very emotional.
Just starting out with a bang. He almost always gets hit by a car. We no longer play in the street.
Wow, I wouldn't even put that out there so casually.
Almost
That's very
always,
frightening.
he's almost always, whenever the kid rides a bike, there
yeah.
is a good chance that he's going to come in with a close encounter of getting hit by a car.
Okay, settle down, because it brings up a little anxiety for me, because you are right.
That shit
But
happened a lot.
I teach him to go on the opposite side of the road, and he does not remember.
No.
God.
And even when he's riding on the right side of the street, he rides directly towards people and then turns at the last second. Because it's like
plays
ADD
chicken.
on a bike.
Yeah.
Not even chicken, like for the sake of it. Like he's not intentionally riding towards you because he wants to scare you. He just is just riding towards you to like talk to you or whatever, and then.
Yeah.
Which is, if you know how to ride a bike, that's the easiest way to fall or make someone else fall. He made Dom. He had Dom riding in his blind spot and made Dom like get seriously hurt on the bike. Not seriously hurt. That's dramatic. But.
No, but he did. He got busted his leg up.
The other day he accidentally wore 2 pairs of underwear. You told them to play the silent game and he almost passed out from holding his breath. Oh my God. He took it a little bit too literally, because for that kid to be silent takes extreme measures, and he almost passed out because that's the only way he could be quiet was by holding his breath.
He's so loving and sweet, though.
He called New Year's Eve New Jersey, your nursery, and you New Year's Eve. He also sucks down 3 or 4 poppies a day. And when we already talked about with him being sick, he was by far the most high maintenance.
He is. He wants me right with him, which I understand. But at some point, after 3 days of it, I'm like, he just wants me to like sit next to him. It wasn't you. It was me.
Yeah. Ugh.
He just liked to know that I was right there. I mean, he was very needy, but he's a baby still. He's 6.
Yeah.
He's going to be the one that's like 27, 26, climbing in our bed with us, and I love it. Just like to lay and snuggle.
Like
I love
Step Brothers.
Yep. No. I would not. No. No. Like, no.
I could 100% see him being Will Ferrell.
Stop. No. He is
Dale or Brennan. A couple positives. One, he had a substitute teacher in class one day, and it was like one of the subs that like also works in the school, or she's like a student teacher, I think maybe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But she had to like find you after school that day and tell you how much she loved Leo because of what a good little person he is.
And he's helpful, and he is the most helpful.
She's like, no, you don't understand. I love him.
Yeah, when you want to make Leo happy, give him something to do, and he is the happiest person. He loves helping me with the groceries.
Yeah.
It's like, I got this, Mom.
Yeah, Leo needs a job.
He's well behaved when he has something to do, a job, an assignment, being an assistant.
If we do ever get that compound or farm, Leo's going to be the number 1 farm hand.
Oh, yeah.
I'm out here milking the cows, Mom. Don't worry.
It's like 5 a.m. and we're all like sleep. Yeah, he would be the first one out there.
As long as you help him pick out his clothes for the right farmhand outfit.
Oh, my God. Every night. If we don't pick out his clothes the night before, it's like a meltdown. Which is great. You do the same thing, though, buddy. Like he's so upset with him. But if things don't go the way that Leo is told they're going to go, Leo gets very bent out of shape.
No, that's not me at all.
I said you said you'd have sex with me.
No, bullshit. It's communication up until the point with you and I. Leo's completely different.
What? What does that mean?
Like, if you say something at 2:00 and you don't say anything until then, and like, I'm assuming that we're still on. But if for whatever reason you have strayed off on the course and you are not on the same radar as me anymore, different frequency levels, I need that to be communicated.
Yeah, just like you need to communicate with me, like today.
My expectations?
Yeah.
Okay. They were fairly obvious, but we'll talk about it another time.
Oh. Don't start, buddy.
I won't. You brought it up.
Gonna ruin tonight.
You brought it up. But the one not one cute thing, the one thing that I thought was really funny is he thinks he was playing because we've already talked about all of like
There was a fuzz. Sorry.
Like how like the dynamic of our kids and playing games and the ages and whatever. For whatever reason, he thought Kevin should play on his team, and he's like, you know what? There should be a kids league where you play football with your dog, and it'll be called the Dog Football League.
He's not. I think it's a great idea.
It's a cute idea.
He literally said in the car today, though, I took him with me. That kid does not stop asking questions. Mommy, how old will I be when Dominic gets a mustache? I'm like, I have no idea. I'm like, everybody's different, buddy. So I'll be 16 when I drive then. Yeah, that I know. That's for sure.
Oh, wait, but what car is it going to be? But wait, I don't want that car. Is it cold out? What type of clothes should I wear tomorrow?
What weather? What's the weather?
Is it my turn to sleep at God's house?
Is it going to be cold or hot?
Dean, stop talking while I'm talking.
Okay, go ahead. Who's next?
Viv.
Oh, wow. She dropped low.
She's a degenerate cheater.
Oh, my God. It hurts so bad to laugh.
You're
going to bleed.
Outside of like not playing by the rules or trying to persuade someone that she's in when she's out or it's out when it's in, like she just will push her luck until someone gives in. And you know where that comes from? Your mom, because your mom lets her get away with fucking everything.
Yeah.
She plays cards with her. She will let Viv win at fucking gin rummy the entire time, even though Viv doesn't have the right cards. It's like Big Daddy. Like I have a 3, a 4, a 7, and an 8.
And
Why do you win? Because I win.
Yeah, that's
And then
Viv.
fucking Rob Schneider gets pissed and throws up. Like,
this is Vivian.
Yeah, that's Viv. And
so like, that rolls over into playing with her.
Yes, and it's just like she has this expectation that she can get her way when she's not doing the right thing.
Or like see what she can get past them. Like, did they notice that I didn't touch the base? Because if they didn't, I'm just gonna
she will never give it up if no one saw her. Never. That's not even like cheating to her. That's just like.
But she's also got 3 pain in the ass brothers.
Yes, fair. Totally fair. Which is pushed her to isolate herself in her room where she just sits there and shuffles a deck of cards while she watches fucking not the Cat and Nat. What's the cat show? I don't know. Some old Disney shows. Just shuffling cards all fucking night long.
That's her new thing. She's like the bridge. She does. She has like 2 decks of cards.
I can't shuffle cards, and she's doing like tricks.
She's so my sister.
I'm like, she's gonna start playing fucking.
She also randomly
Texas Hold'em pretty soon.
She also randomly just makes up stories. She's like, Mom, this one time.
Those are your genes.
This one time there was trash on the ground, and I thought it was trash. Like it looked like a garbage can, but it actually was a kid. And I'm like, what? She goes, yeah, it was like a kid, and I thought it was a trash. I go, Viv, you're making this up. She goes, yeah, actually I am. Like at least she admits it. She'll make up stories. Like she has 1 inverted nipple and 1 regular.
Why do I not even know this?
She's had it since she was a baby.
What?
It's 1 inverted. It's like it's just in.
Talk about giving your kids trauma. We can't talk about this.
It's fine. It's normal. Like everybody's nipples are different.
I've never heard of this in my own life, let alone with her own daughter.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be fine. Oops, it'll be fine. That reaction is what traumatized her.
I've never heard of this concept before.
Google it. You can see a bunch of them. And now you get to see another set of
and fucking inverted nipples.
She has 1, and it happens. It's very common.
Is it like an innie, but instead of an outie?
No, it's hard to explain, but we're not going to. You don't understand. It's very normal.
Okay.
And every boob is different.
Fair.
But she made up this whole story with my niece that Dean bit her nipple off when she was a baby. When he was a baby, I'm like, that never happened. She goes, yes, it did.
You?
Yeah. I go, Viv, your nipple was never bitten off by Dean. Yes, it was. I remember. I'm like, no, it was not.
That's bad. You think she actually believes it?
It's because her 1 nipple is like not the same as her other.
I'm not talking about the physicality of it.
No, I think she's convinced herself that it's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's bad.
Yeah,
that's like deep trauma.
That's like Maria shit. My sister does that.
Yeah, people who do that have like real issues in life.
She'll say a lie and believe it so much. And now I'm like Vivian, you have to stop. She's like, I just like to make people laugh. I just think it's funny.
You know what's not funny? how she has a weak fucking immune system. We've already talked about this.
We did.
But she brings everything home and gets everybody sick.
Yeah, but it's not her fault. We know now it's our fault
Whose
because
fault
we
is
didn't
it?
get vitamins right for her.
No, she doesn't wash her hands.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
Not nearly as much as she should.
No, she does. And it's her. Don't do that to
It
her.
also is her immune system.
You say I'm going to fuck her. You're fucking her up in all the comments
that's
you're
true.
making.
Good things.
Oh my God, I really hope that none of Dominic's friends listen to this.
Good things. Big Kendrick Lamar fan. Loved the Super Bowl, knows the whole album inside and out, doing the dances. Big Kendrick fan.
Not a Swiftie anymore.
No longer a
moved on.
Swiftie, which I'm appreciative of. We haven't even talked about her recital since our last episode.
Yeah, she was amazing.
If you may or may not have seen the videos, but she killed her recitals.
She definitely comes to life when
Yes.
she's dancing. And
On
she's
stage, in the light, she is just fucking on.
good. Yeah, go back to those videos. You should
Oh,
watch her.
I know.
She's great.
Whenever I'm annoyed with her, I should go watch that for
You
sure.
should. And remember.
She had to do a biography report in class, and you had to choose someone that you look up to. So she chose Shaq. Because you
Look up to him.
Shaq. And while it was called a biography, she comes home and goes, Daddy, I have to do. I'm doing my biology report on Shaq. Which, if you're going from the perspective of because you look up to him for height, I guess biology makes sense to some degree.
No, but she kept saying it biology. It was so funny.
And that was the other thing. I corrected her. I'm like, Viv, that's a biography. And
She doesn't care.
It's a biology.
She doesn't care.
I know it's a biology. Miss Jacobson told me it's a biology report. I'm like, Viv, I love you, and I love Miss Jacobson, and I know she did not teach you that that's a biology report. Number 2, who do you think's number 2? And who's number 1?
Dom is 2.
Yeah. Dean's killing it at number 1, but Dom... I love watching him play football. What I cannot do more than anything in this entire life almost is watch him watch football. Watching him watch football makes my skin crawl.
I know, you're so mean.
I
my
cannot
God.
even be in the same room with him.
He's up. He might be
It's
awake.
crazy. And it's probably, not even probably, it's definitely more of my issue than his.
Yeah, you're so mean.
It's just like,
He does take it a little, like the announcers are saying something. He's like, shut up.
Like after every play almost, it's like, he didn't fucking do that.
No,
he didn't do that.
what
That's
did-
I'm just like saying this in
He
what I
didn't
would
do-
say
yeah.
from he was out. He didn't, what a bad call. Every single call is a bad call.
Yeah.
But like, Dom, not every single play over the course of 100 plays every single one is not a bad call. And I
if
have
it's
to
a
like,
Chiefs game, it is.
I have to like bite my tongue. Yeah, that's true. But if I
Look
have,
at me knowing my sports.
I know, look at you, sports fan.
Sorry.
Like, it's just too much. And like the overreaction for every play, it just gets so old so fast. And like, it makes me
It's
cringe.
mean how much it cringe. But he does take it a little too far. But also, he's just a kid.
Yep.
And he's having fun.
I asked him to put all of his clothes that didn't fit him in a basket, in a laundry basket for me to review and to like see like what am I getting rid of? We're getting rid of old stuff, like what doesn't fit, whatever. And instead, he just took almost all of his clothes out of his closet and just threw it in a box on the floor and didn't do anything with it for like days. And I almost burned this house down. This was now probably almost 2 months ago.
How about when you told
and I
him?
haven't thought about it since then. But
How about when you told him to lift up his plate so you can give him some more steak, and he literally went like this?
yeah, Dad, can I have some more steak? I go, sure. Give me lift up your plate.
He just lifted it up.
And I'm over there. I'm like,
And
no,
he's so smart.
over here.
He's literally so smart. Like, straight A's at school. It's just like I said, he's street dumb.
Yep. He broke a ball of Orbeez and then tried to vacuum them up and did a horrible job at that. His hair routine in the morning, I get it. There's probably a lot of kids or boys in middle school age who have their fucking hair routine in the morning, but I'm done with it.
And he gets really irritated with it too, and it like ruins his day. Like I did. I get it though. I get the trauma of like, I'm just trying to get my. Do you know how many fucking meltdowns I had just trying to get my hair in a straight ponytail so no bumps? It's annoying.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
I get it. And he's learning on the fly too, so I try to be patient with him, but I don't do a good job.
Well, I was getting up and doing it every
Yeah.
morning, bought special product for it because we love to help them feel good about themselves.
Mm-hmm. You know what my parents did when I had to get up in the morning for middle school?
Sleep.
Neither of their asses woke up. I woke up, I fed myself cereal, and I walked to the bus stop before anyone else even
Oh,
woke up.
see, we need to stop caring so much.
I didn't see my parents until I got home from school.
Yeah. Well,
And then they were at work, and then I was at home for 3 hours, and then they came home.
see, we're doing too much. We're doing their hair. They're
Yes.
we're cooking them hot meals.
Yeah.
Hot meals
How about a Lunchable?
for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Charcuterie boards.
That's the other thing. We give him lunch money. He blows all of his lunch money for the week in the first day. I'm like, and then he's like, Dad, and we're like, why are you in such a bad mood today? This is on a Tuesday. And it's like, well, I didn't eat lunch today. I'm like, why didn't you eat lunch? You didn't make yourself a lunch? I'm like, I give you $20. Like, well, I spent it all yesterday.
Oh my
Like,
God.
I know the food is expensive these days, but you can't spend $20 on.
It's because he buys shit for his friends.
Yeah, or candy,
gets fucking
or
Skittles,
like
all
multiple Gatorades a day.
All the stuff we tell him he can't have, he buys at school.
Right, which whatever. Like I'm
No,
giving you,
not whatever. That's why he's an asshole, because he eats like Skittles and
Also fair.
red Gatorades that have like 34 grams of sugar in them.
Yeah.
And he comes home like a crackhead.
Yeah.
No offense to crackheads.
The positive though is he loves being at school, and the kid is there from 7 o'clock to 6 o'clock, or sometimes 8 o'clock
Happily.
with an hour break, and he fucking loves every
Happily.
second of it.
I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here.
Mhm. He loves it.
Loves it.
Um,
He got in trouble at school though.
yeah.
He had to go to detention, but whatever.
These are the breaks. You gotta, you know.
Did we not
you
want to
do the-
say that?
I don't care. You do the crime, you do the time, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Don't fuck up.
And the thing about their school is when they go to detention, they
it's
they have to just, he sits in a room for 45 minutes and he has to just stare at a wall. And if you turn your eyes away from the wall, you have to do detention again the following week, which is so fucked up and probably child abuse. But
Child abuse to sit there and do nothing
and stare at a
even say
wall,
that.
you can't turn your head.
I think that's exaggerative.
Okay, maybe
I
I'm
think
just
the
being-
idea is like you can't talk to people and like laugh and joke and shit.
Okay, then it's not child abuse. But the goal is to make you not want to come back there.
Right. I think it's beautiful.
I mean, I think it's whatever. I don't know.
When I picked him up that day, I'm like, so how was detention? Fucking couldn't wait to hear how it went.
When he got in trouble though, when he got in trouble, he gets in the car with a smile on his face. I'm like, so how was music today, Dom? How was band?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, Mom, I'm like, I am not talking to you until I talk to Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So funny. But it's like, what do you do? How do you punish a fucking middle schooler? We're like, oh, we were such dicks too. We didn't even like.
What do you mean, dicks?
Are you?
Like mean?
Do you want me to not talk about this?
No.
Are you just pushing on my leg because?
I didn't even know I was
Oh,
pushing
okay. I
it.
thought you were trying to get me to shut up.
No, fucking talk away.
So we were like, how the fuck do you like discipline? I mean, you knew, but I was like, what do I do? He's 12. He doesn't really give a shit about anything but sports, and his phone he likes, but he doesn't really
Not that
care.
much.
Being late to school. So like, I was thinking in my head, like, oh, we're going to make him late to school.
Well, that was the semi punishments, because the real punishments we gave him were like, you can only use your phone for communication back and forth. No videos, no games, no.
And then he was
bullshit.
going to make him do private band lessons on the side.
Wait, because the class he fucked up in was band, and he hates band. And
Now
I'm like,
whisper that. Whisper. He comes from a musically inclined family. He shouldn't hate band.
sorry, he hates band.
And he's actually very good at his.
It's not a crime to hate band.
Okay.
And I even emailed the teacher. I'm like, transparently, this isn't his favorite class. But
And the teacher was dumbfounded about it. He's like, he's actually very talented and gifted
Yeah.
musician. I'm like, news to me.
So my
I've never even seen the trumpet that he apparently plays.
He's smart.
he
about
hides
the way
it.
He does that, but the punishment that I threatened him with, that I wanted to do, you wouldn't let me. So there's two. One that is, I'm like, okay, you like doing quarterback lessons, you like going to play basketball, you like when I take you to shoot 360 to go get extra work in for basketball, or get there early to go to a game or going to work out. Okay, how about this? We're going to make you take private trumpet lessons 2 or 3 times a week.
And he was like, no.
You would have thought it was like his world came to an end.
Yeah. Please don't.
He was so dumbfounded that I came up with such a good punishment.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
You would probably, I mean, I'm surprised you don't have punishments lined up in your phone. Like, you should start a note of like,
oh, that would have been
punishments.
A good one. Specific to him for the crime.
Not him, but like for our
and
kids.
that was the thing, like my thing with our when I think I even actually said this on the last podcast, like the crime has to be equal and like relative, or the punishment has to be equal and relative to the crime.
Yeah.
That would have been the most perfect punishment.
Yeah, it should have been that. You're right. One and done.
Yes.
That
but
would
what
have
the
been
real one was is like more of like a threat. Like we're giving you like, so you got off easy.
No
for being honest.
bonuses for your allowance.
Like, but no bonus for your allowance.
Yeah, we were
no
kinda,
phone, bullshit stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
the big threat was like, if you fuck up again, I'm pulling you off your teams.
But here's the thing. He responded to that.
Oh yeah.
And he changed his attitude, and he not that he even had an attitude. He did right. He did what he needed to do to fix what he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a thought when you were talking, and I didn't want to interrupt you. I don't remember.
Should have just said it.
Punishment,
banned. You do the crime, you do the time.
I don't remember.
Sitting at a wall.
Detention.
But to think about it though, for a kid in today's age to just stare at a wall for 45 minutes, that's got to be.
It's definitely child abuse.
Such a mind fuck for them. But to me, it's so hilarious. Just 15 kids who fucked around in school that day, just
that's what I was
staring
gonna
at
say.
a wall.
I remember. I also feel like I'm glad as he gets really good grades and he's really good at sports and shit. I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad that he's fucking around a little bit, because I love that he isn't taking himself so seriously, that he's, got a sense of humor, messes around, like not at the expense of teachers or whatever, friends, but like, I like that he's being a little naughty, because it shows that he's not like,
Mr. Perfect.
What is it called? What do they call him? Like
straight edge?
Yeah.
Squares. Yeah, he's not a square.
Okay, Dean,
just a fucking, just so good. So we go to all Dom's games. Dean loves coming with me. He's like basically on the team. He's like the mascot. Like all the other players love him. He knows what everybody's shoes are wearing. He knows everybody's name on the team. He's like just like everybody's little brother when he
knows
goes.
what positions they play.
Yep. He knows who's good, who's bad, who has good shoes, who has bad shoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's really into shoes right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I've only got 5 pairs of shoes. I'm like, Dean.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Crazy.
5? I'm like, there's kids that only have 1.
Yeah. He got sick, but was by far the easiest kid when he was sick.
He always is.
Yeah, but by far, like compared to like Leo, granted they had different symptoms and whatever, just like night and day when you compare the two of like how they handle it.
It's just personalities.
Yep. Going as far back as Christmas, when he was opening presents, it was so funny.
Oh, he was so cute. He was
shaking with excitement.
Oh my God, he was so cute.
He could not, like everybody loves Christmas, especially kids that age. He could not.
Oh my God, he was so cute.
He was like literally shaking with every gift that he opened.
Because he was so excited.
Yes. And it was, just thinking back, it was funny.
Oh, my baby.
He's a great reader. You were reading him a bedtime story one night, and you're reading. I don't know what the book was. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And so
it's called like Nibbles or something.
Whatever, Nibbles, and so the cow menenged to chew the cud, and Dean goes, what? And menenged. And
managed.
Dean knew that the word was managed, and you read managed.
I was really
as
tired.
menenged.
I did not want to read the book, and it was like, he's like, I love this book. Will you please? Because it's a story within a story within a story within a story, and I was like, it was James and the Giant Peach. Jack and the Beanstalk in the book, and I'm like, and Jack menenged to get away from the giant.
He managed.
Reading was not my high point in school.
Yeah, well,
still isn't.
You managed to get by.
I managed to get by. I forgot about that.
But these are things that I wrote down as bad. They're not bad at all. He stole a pink milk from school.
That's the other thing they do at school lunches.
Yeah.
They go and steal milks.
Yeah.
And like
they don't pay for like he does
like,
not pay for the hot lunch, but he's like always sneaking out the pink
and he's
milk.
like, oh, I've had pink milk at school. I've had chocolate milk. I'm like, what? That's like not organic. That has so much shit in it, oils, and who knows what kind of fucking chocolate they're using.
Whatever
and
that
here
shit
I
is,
am
it's got to be the
buying-
worst thing in the world.
buying
for you.
cacao and fucking unpasteurized milk so that they and he's fucking popping seals of milk at school.
Strawberry milk, just chugging them.
Oh yeah,
one by
I've had
one.
that milk. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, I love chocolate milk. I'm like, when have you fucking had chocolate milk?
Yeah,
It's like, oh, at school all the time.
it's hilarious. Other funny food things is he calls. The other day, Dad, can I have some of the plain Fruit Loops?
Oh, the plain
Cheerios.
fruit Cheerios.
And he calls. What's the place Einstein's? What do they have there? The pretzel donuts. Can you get me a pretzel donut, like a bagel?
A bagel.
Which, if you had to describe a bagel without calling it a bagel, a pretzel donut's pretty good.
He's so funny. He's so smart.
So smart.
He really
so
is
cute.
so smart.
He's got so much personality.
He'll correct me.
He listens, except for when he gets really, really upset. He like throws a fit and he's the screamer. But beyond that,
He's gotten better.
Dean's
with that.
on a fucking all-time run right now.
And he'll be like, he'll come sit down and say the worst, most dick comments too. Like, it's like, Leo might be bigger, but he's weak. I'm like, what do you mean he's weak? He's strong, Dean. He's
No, mentally weak.
No, yes, that's what he meant.
Yes.
He's like, he's weak. I'm like,
doesn't
no, he's
have
not. He's
the
really
wor-
big and strong. And then you affirmed it like a fucking dick.
He might have
Sorry.
been right.
You're not a dick, but you affirmed like, yeah, he is weak. He complains and cries. Dean is tough. I'm like, but we don't say that.
He's got the Mamba mentality.
Oh my God. Well,
loves
this was
Kobe.
fun.
This was fun, dear. Aren't you glad
You might get
that
laid.
I took the proactivity to make sure we did something with Aaron and we're doing it?
I know. I miss Aaron. I miss cooking.
We got to go do that.
Okay.
Anything else?
No. Thanks for always being part of this and catching up with us even when it's been 3 months.
Ish. We love you all. Thank you for listening.